Hey folks, welcome to FiddleHed Fiddle Lessons here in Portland. A few days off from a tour with Diego's Umbrella, and I'm going to do a lesson on something called backwards chaining. It sounds like some sort of math thing, but it's actually a very useful practice thing. And I learned about this from a student or player, fiddler, who wrote into me named Margaret. And I just thought it was a really good idea and decided to share it with you. Backwards chaining. Let's learn about it. So basically, it's she wrote in the comment or an email or something based on I have a series of lessons on how to learn tunes, and one of those lessons was how to remember tunes. And so this is a technique for remembering tunes, and a technique for practicing it. But basically, what you do is you start at the end, you learn one little piece at the end, and then you learn the second to last piece. And then you put those two together. So you kind of just work backwards in a chain. And so I'm going to first just demonstrate it and then show you two different ways that I've discovered with backwards chaining to practice. So say we have a tune like Shove That Pig's Foot a Little Further on the Fire. New tune we did a lesson for. So the ending is this. Alright, so you could just start with that whole ending. Or you could start with even a smaller piece, if necessary. And then make a slightly bigger piece from the end. And work your way to doing the whole last quarter. Right? Then you master that, and then you would do the third quarter, which was, and so you may do the same process within that third quarter of doing the last note, and then you would, once you have the third quarter, then you would play the third and the fourth together. And let's see, what's the second quarter? That's it. So then you would do the second quarter and master that. And then put that, so now you have, in our chain, our backwards chain, we have the second, third, and fourth quarters. Third. Fourth. Finally do the first quarter. And then now do the whole tune. So you could take it even further, and you could start all the way at the B part, and then work your way backwards. And so there's a few options that I want to present. One is you could use the process just on the A part, just on the B part, and then do them back to back. Or you could use the process for the entire tune. So the B part is. Apologies if this is a little different than the way I play it in the lesson. It's always a little different, and I don't have the tabs before me. So just so you know, it's not going to be completely the same. This lesson's more just to demonstrate backwards chaining. So the last quarter, so what you could do is a way to make it even more extreme. You could start at the fourth quarter of the B part and work all the way back to the first quarter of the A part. So the fourth quarter of the B part is, so you could just start there. And so hopefully that makes sense, and you could work that. And then for longer tunes, you could do the same thing. You could do backwards chaining on each part, and then, or you could start way at the. And so, in addition to helping you remember, it might just be kind of fun. It might be kind of fun to see this thing build in a different way than you're used to seeing it build. And so the only other suggestion I have to add to Margaret's very cool idea, by the way, she says, just going to read a quote that she says, that it's a technique she uses to teach pronunciation in language classes. So maybe and you have a sentence. I'm guessing that maybe there's a sentence and you would say the last word, second to last word, you know, the second to last word and last word, same idea, but with learning language and learning to work on your diction. And then Margaret also says, this helps me overcome my tendency to start strong and slow down and lose confidence near the end. So that's a great suggestion. You know, a lot of times when people are practicing, they gloss over the difficult parts. And so this is like a way to like start, you know, we don't typically practice the end of the tune as much as the beginning. So this is kind of like reversing that and putting more attention at the end. So the only other suggestion I was gonna make on this is that you could do this process if you already know a tune. Say you've just learned this tune and you kind of feel good with it. You could using the tabs, maybe even you could do this process once you've learned it. You know, it may be difficult to fully learn a tune from scratch this way. So that would be one suggestion. But to counter that, another whole way to do this would be, that might be fun, a fun new way to learn, is that you could actually use this to learn tunes. You know, say you have a tune, you know you want to learn it, you could learn it with backwards chaining. Start with the last quarter of the B part, just kind of counterintuitive, and see what happens. See how you learn it different.
Warning, this may be fun.
So that's my 2 cents added to Margaret's good idea, and I hope that's useful. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on FiddleHed.
Go to FiddleHed.com for a progressive, step-by-step course outline, color-coded tabs, play-along tracks, sheet music, and much more.
Thanks for watching the video. Excellent!
And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks.